Good morning. Good morning, those who are joining in the morning at the time that we usually meet. And good afternoon, good evening if you're joining at another time. I think it's really important to try and do this at the same time every day because it's the best way to build a habit. Swamiji, my Guru, Om Swamiji, I think it's one of the biggest things that he taught me was about habit building. And this is one of the best ways is to do little by little, step by step, and try at the same time every day because it helps um, the neurological pathways in the brain, and it's so transformative. It took me years to be able to do anything as a routine. It took me a very long time. I was um, very scattered, went through a lot of trauma, went through many, many things. And I talked about the avalanche coming down the mountain the other day. I don't think I was at the bottom of the mountain. I think I was deep in the foundations of that mountain and buried under the rocks. And it's been a very slow journey of 12 years-ish of coming out slowly, slowly, slowly from under that and walking up the mountain, keep falling, keep getting up and keep walking. So for those who have joined, I think this is video number 21. And in some places I've read that it's 21 days that you need consecutively to do something to build a new habit. Some say 40 days also, but 21 is a great milestone. So for those who have walked all 21 days with me, we missed some days in between because I was traveling. I apologize about that and the internet issues. It's the first time I'm doing something like this, so I'm learning along with you. But we've had 21 full recordings that I've been able to put out there. So really congratulations for coming this far and being on this journey with me. So yeah, really, really, really happy to have you guys along with me. And yeah, so walking up this mountain, aside from the mindfulness and meditation exercises and focusing on the breath, we've talked about a couple of core values that really help with your meditation and mindfulness to clear your mind so you can live a more peaceful life. And we covered a little bit about gratitude. We covered a little bit about empathy. And today I'd like to speak about forgiveness. This has been a huge, huge one for me. As some of you may know by reading some of the posts on my blog, that I have been through quite a lot, especially with my own father. Mostly the men in my life, ex-husband, sibling, father, mostly men. There may be various reasons why, but it's been a very difficult journey, I think, of forgiveness because I didn't understand that I hadn't forgiven. All I knew was that from time to time I felt really, really sad inside. So sad that I couldn't get out of bed, so sad I couldn't shower some days, so sad I couldn't function, so sad that my body had given up on me. I had so many ailments and illnesses and at some point couldn't walk. And I thought, well, I'm a kind person. I do things for others and I don't think about myself too much. And I keep going back to help my family and I keep doing all of this. So why am I still suffering so much inside? And a huge part of that, I realized, was forgiveness. I'm not the kind of person generally to be angry and lash out at people. I'm generally quite soft spoken. But whenever I did get angry in the past, it would be explosive and it would be, I had to really be pushed to the edge, and then it would explode, and then I would think, oh my God, where did that come from? And I felt awful about it afterwards. Awful, awful, that how can that have come out of me? And I realized along the journey that I was still holding on to a lot. So I will write the full story about my father soon. That will go on the blog. And it's taken me almost a year to write it, and I'm still in the process of writing it. But I think we're finally at that stage where I can put it out there. And maybe by the time this video comes out, or very soon, it'll be ready to read. And I wouldn't be feeling the way I feel now, and I wouldn't be having this lightness and now the deep experiences in my meditation that I have now without forgiveness. I really do feel nothing is unforgivable. Maybe it's easy for me to say, I don't know. Forgive everybody for everything. I mean, violence, sexual abuse, theft, harassment, character assassination, having my children turned against me, having my family turned against me, so many things. Reputation, all kinds of things at all different levels of my life. Being used, abused, taken advantage of, raped. Some of these things I haven't written about yet. Held at gunpoint by a man who was trying to grope me, and I tried to get away from him. So many, so many things. I will write more in my blog, but I don't hold anything in my heart for any of them. And I think it's easy to say, I've forgiven you to somebody, or it's easy to just cut them out of your life and say, oh, I've forgiven them. But then, is that real forgiveness? Because in my experience, true forgiveness comes from reconciliation also. This is what Swamiji, my guru, Swami, said not too long ago, about a year ago. I was watching this and I said, oh, it makes so much sense. I was watching one of his discourses. It makes so much sense because we can go around saying, oh yeah, I've forgiven so-and-so for such a thing. But are we there for them in times of need, if it's a family member or a friend? Can we forgive to the point where we put something behind us and we reconcile, we come back to them and say, it's okay. Whatever happened, happened. I'm here for you now. I love you no matter what. That for me is true forgiveness, true reconciliation. And I feel like this about every single person in my life who's ever crossed my path in my life, anyone who's ever done anything to me. This is how I feel. If they ever came to me, if they ever asked me for help, like my father did, I was here for him for 2 years, and he asked for my help, and I was there by his side doing everything I needed to do and more, simply because he asked. And if I didn't have forgiveness in my heart, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So while I'm talking, I hope you're being aware of the breath. And perhaps you're remembering people, circumstances who have upset you, angered you, violated you, traumatized you, perhaps. These are strong words, but I know what those things feel like. Can you begin to say, firstly, in your heart to the universe, thinking of those people or that person, can you say, I forgive you? To work on that. And then, if it's possible, maybe reach out to that person. If it's possible, sometimes it's not, that's okay. But if it's possible, to reach out to that person and say to them, I forgive you. Or I seek reconciliation, or it would just be nice to have a chat. Let's have a chat, let's sit down, let's meet, let's talk. And if they say no and they don't want to, then at least you know that you have done your very best. You've done everything that you could. And when you've emptied yourself of that feeling of holding a grudge against them, it's the best thing you will ever do for yourself. Because if you've forgiven someone, if they never want to hear from you again, that's fine. It won't affect their life, whether you're holding a grudge or not. But if you've forgiven them, you're doing it for you. You feel so light. You're not carrying anything. There's nothing more going around and round in your head to drag you down. No more feelings of negativity at all to them. Wish them well. Wish them well. I think that's it for today. Please continue with your homework. Please continue being aware of the breath, brushing the teeth, sitting down, standing up, and anchoring yourself in the sounds around you. If you can, becoming more and more familiar with the sounds around you and the sounds in your ears, in your own ears. I wonder how many of you already are experiencing that sound in the inner ears. We've got the images in the inner eye that we're becoming more aware of. And now any sounds in the inner ears, the physical inner ears, that we're becoming more aware of, to see if we can anchor ourselves in the present moment using that. So I'm going to leave you here. And we didn't do a practical session today, but I hope you can bring this value of forgiveness into your life. If it's the one thing that you do, is just forgive, 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 forgive everybody for everything, and love. And if they're open to accepting you back in their lives, just love them. Allow yourself to be loved and love them. If things happen again, forgive. Maybe you have to take a step back, and that's okay. But for yourself, forgive. Maybe you don't have to see them again. That's okay. But for yourself, forgive. Be light. Don't live the rest of your life carrying the weight of this heaviness in your heart. Just forgive, 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 and be light. I hope that was a little bit helpful. It may have been a bit deep today. If you read the story on my blog when it comes out about my father, maybe you'll understand the depth where this comes from. And I hope it can be inspiring to someone. And have a lovely day or evening, whatever you're doing, whatever time it is where you are. And I will see you again here tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye.